So the car tips over and I go, you okay? You're okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, it's not bad. We're just upside down. They'll roll us over, so don't panic. And as I say that, I see gasoline drip down the frame to the ground. And the fire is
oh my God.
It's like 10 feet away. But I see that and I go, okay, so let's get her out of here. You know what I mean? And I'm like, she's like, hey, it's fun. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. Like, but I'm just like, get the fuck out of the car.
Yo, hey, what's up? Hello, how are you?
Oh, good day, fully. We're here.
Fully good day?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Fully.
Cameras are crooked today.
Sick, mate. Wait, why?
They're just different. I was in a hurry.
Well, we have all these stickers on the ground to mark where the tripods go.
Yeah, but the table moved.
Oh, it did.
And I tried to figure out. I was like, I don't know.
But do you want to know why it moved?
Because you had a huge meeting about the Vert alert?
No.
There was a Vert alert sheet on the table.
Yeah, I know. That was weird. I don't know why that was in here.
Oh, it's not about Vert
That was
alert?
rogue, in fact. That means someone came in here and probably did like a Zoom using my office.
Right. Not cool. If you have
a
Zoom meeting here, do you have to move the fucking table?
I don't really care. No, I'll tell you why. No, the table moved. My fault. Table moved because I am working with a hardcore physical therapist.
Oh, this is good. This is worth it.
He brings a pad in and we have to, he helps me when we skate before and after.
Yeah, I'd be okay with if he came in and smashed the table and set it on fire.
Okay.
As long as he's fixing you. It's a good idea.
He is fixing me. Yeah.
Good.
So, and then he puts this mat down and tries to get my muscles firing so that I don't have to go through this kind of warm up phase in my skating, even though I still have to a little bit.
Yeah.
But he gets it to a place where I can warm up faster.
Yep.
I figured out what happens now. When I go skate, I have to find my balance point because
you have to compensate.
Each time I skate, it's getting a little bit stronger, but it's not fully there yet. So I'm always kind of testing the lean forward and how much I'm going to get.
I can tell whenever you do something that is difficult for you on there, I can tell you land with your good leg and not with your other leg.
Yes. I'm in the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the back seat all the time.
Which is fucking sketchy.
Right. But I have to find that. So it takes me like 4 or 5 runs to find that balance point.
Yeah.
But in the past, it's been like, I've got to get my leg like firing first and then find it. So I had this whole warm up time is like all my energy.
Yeah.
So he gets my leg firing and then I go out there, skate, find my balance point. I get like probably half hour each time.
Yeah.
And then my leg starts shaking. And then I come back in here and then he like stretches me and cools me down. And I feel bad because I just sweat all over his mat.
Whatever, it's the job. But then did you go back and skate again after he?
No, that's it.
It just makes you way less sore the next day as well.
Yeah, that night too.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's all right. It's only one camera.
Only one. Was that one not on?
No.
It's on now.
It's on to both of us.
So what was I going to say?
So unprofessional.
But it used to be that I would go skate, and then that night and the next day was just Sir Gimp along and in pain.
Yeah,
and he's remedied that for the most part.
That's really good, right?
Yeah.
I saw you do a Madonna the other day. It looked pretty strong.
Thank you.
Feeling better.
Yeah, it's weird. Coming down is the hardest.
Because the last time we hung out,
I tried one.
You were not having a good day.
No.
It's my wife asked me about how did it go, and I was like, good show. I was like, skating was a bit weird, and she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Tony was not having a good day, and I was like, I had a good day though, because I didn't realize it because you were like every time you fell off, I was like, you okay? Because you were like on your knees, and I'm like, are you in pain or are you like?
Both.
Or are you like talking to yourself about fuck? Can I not be like this anymore?
Yeah,
because that's what it's. Yeah, it was both, and then you got angry, and then you left, and I was like, oh man, fuck! I hate when you have a bad day.
But I feel bad. I don't mean to drag the session down.
It's not. I wasn't like it didn't ruin my day. I was just like, fuck, dude. I wish you. We shouldn't have to go through this shit. but it made me feel like I had a good day because I was like, well, I didn't get angry once.
I didn't rage quit.
Yeah, and he did. So I had a good day.
By comparison. That's pretty good.
To the point where I didn't realize that I ate shit 3 times. Like
You did, yeah.
But I didn't. I got home.
Oh, you went down on lean tail. I shot it on video.
Yeah, I didn't see it until later, and I was like, wait, I hit my broken hand on the ground, and that really
that was
hurt.
rough. You did take some slams.
And I was like, I thought I had I told my wife, no, I did great. Didn't fall off. Just a good day for me. Tony, on the other hand, not so good.
No.
And then I woke up in the morning, my neck is all chicken neck from hitting my side and trying to keep my head off the ramp.
So that was a big reason that I have Ed, who's helped me that day. Having been through that day, that's a big reason why I'm having Ed come meet me here before and after.
That was the last straw.
That was the last time I went on my own, and I just can't get it together on my own to feel like I can just jump on the ramp and be there.
Yeah.
The whole time it's just this uphill battle.
Yeah.
So I was pretty excited that that day we skated, I actually did try a Madonna just for the hell of it.
Yes.
And it literally felt like my leg was going to fly off when I kicked it down.
It's not a good look, feeling.
I was like, and when I brought it back, like I was surprised that it came back. You know what I mean?
You
Like
thought
it
it
was
might not
so
come
much
back?
pain kicking it out. I was like, it's never coming back to me.
Dude, just to be
So
to feel that
set me off a little bit because I was like, oh, I'm so far away from all the stuff that I think I can do.
Yeah.
And then when he came here, I was like, I really want to do Madonna. Like I tried one, and then I'm also wearing this sleeve that kind of holds everything together.
Yeah, compression thing.
Yeah, compression thing.
Yeah.
So that helps for sure. Helps make it feel like my leg is attached to my body
That's
when I kick down.
handy for skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to do all this stuff because you are still really early. And I feel like just because you're used to it, we're always on the comeback, that it is very early for you to be doing what you're doing still. I know it's like, man, it's been months.
I know,
I'm like, yeah, it's not been that long, you know?
But it's just it's the how long it takes me to get to a next marker has been the more frustrating thing. Because that was my whole day. Like to make one Madonna, that was my whole day.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And it doesn't mean next time I go skate, I'll be able to do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like all efforts were focused on that. And now we're coming into Vert Alert. It's gonna be my first public appearance. Like I am dreading it. I really am. I mean, I want to be excited. I am excited for the celebration, the gathering. You know what I mean? For the excitement that will happen. But for me personally, it's rough, man. It's really like I wrestle with it all the time.
Yeah, I get it. I do. I feel like you're Tony Hawk, and everyone's gonna be like, "What? How come he's not doing what he usually does?" And it's like, "Well, he broke his fucking leg the other day. He shouldn't even be up here." But you're not gonna look at it like that. You're just gonna be like, "I'm not doing what I usually do, and I don't like that." No?
Yeah, somewhere in between. Yeah. Because I think this is more that I had these fantastical notions that I was going to be back in a much further along.
Yeah.
When this event came up.
Yeah, I know.
And I've been working towards that. And now when I go skate, like I tried to do a melon grab yesterday.
Yeah.
Like ollie to melon.
Yeah.
And my leg just buckled on the way up. Like you can't get that much speed.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like my leg just kind of does this to me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you're not there. It's not gonna happen. So I'm accepting it. It's okay. You know what? I have to I have to let go of all that stuff because Kathy tells me all the time. She's like, you can't go there and be bummed out because you can't be killing it. We're putting on this huge Vert event. It's gonna be the most amazing skating.
Yeah.
And so I have to enjoy that part. And I'm going to get there.
I understand you, brother. Because I would be like, fuck, like what now? And then every time you're here, it's like, fuck, it's not firing off.
Yeah.
And I think like, yeah, man, it should be firing off. And I'm like, no. Like, I don't think I back in the day when people were young and in their prime and they broke their femur, they didn't fucking come back like 6 months later and be like shredding. It was a year. You were out. You were gone for a year.
Yeah.
And you were 25.
Right.
You're not 25.
Yeah. I'm looking more towards a year now.
You're already doing, if you were 25, you're already doing incredible shit. Like if you seriously were 25 and I was like, you doing a fucking Madonna 4 months later? That's crazy, dude. That thing came out of your leg.
Yeah, I know.
But I also understand the champion's mindset. You're like, fuck that. Like, go, go.
If I were here behind the scenes doing what I'm doing, I would be much more comfortable with it. To be on full display in public, that's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in a live format, to be like, all right, see what you got. And I'm hoping that I can get a good lean tail slide. Like that's a tough sell on me.
Well, your announcer is me.
Oh, cool.
So
all right.
If you don't know, I mean, I am going to say it because to me, it's a fucking, every time I see you post a trick where it's a trick on the coping, like I said, dude, 25. If you're 25 and you do a fully extended hand plant, I'd be like, this guy doesn't give a fuck. Like he is just unstoppable. What are you, 53?
Well, I'm 54.
54?
Yep.
We're fucking insane warlords out here. Every time we're on the ramp, it's a little bit emotional because we're all like, yeah, man, like, here we go. I feel pretty confident, but still, you know, like glass man all flying around on the fucking.
And now we have the demo ramp. So the big ramp already went to Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And now we have what's my demo ramp, and that is 32 feet wide.
Yeah.
Which back in the day, 32 feet wide is the biggest ramp.
It's great.
Sick, right?
Very sufficient.
But I rely so much on that lateral speed.
Yeah.
On our
the big carve.
super wide ramp. The big carve sets you up for big air that you don't have to.
You don't have to work for it as hard. No way. Yeah.
No lateral speed on this.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Right. I get that. See, for me, because Jared sent me an email the other day about Vert Alert and talking about earpieces and co-hosting. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait, I'm sitting. I thought I was on the deck doing the demo. He's like, you are. And I'm like, well, what's this? He's like, this is for the
after.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that I was.
You're all over the place.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't know that I was doing that.
Do you know we're doing a podcast?
No, I haven't got to that yet. Because you haven't told me. And I'm like, this motherfucker telling me I'm doing a podcast. I'm like, you do the fucking podcast. And then he's like, yeah, you could have all the guests from the ramp. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, you need to call me. And he didn't call me. And I'm like, okay, fucker.
On. That got thrown at me too. Because
this shit right here, I'm not bringing it.
No. That's what it is. So let me explain.
Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should have explained it.
The idea was presented to me, but just with that, like no explanation. You guys could do a podcast because they're trying to get sponsors involved and be like, oh, this sponsor brings you the podcast and whatnot. And I was like, but we have to, like, we always try to go at least an hour.
Yeah.
And so we're not gonna be able to go an hour. And they're like, no, it's not for air. It's just for the live audience. So it's just for the crew. It's just for the crowd. It's not for this. It's not for this, not for a YouTube channel. If we kill it and we have an hour of content.
Dude, I don't not kill it, okay? Like if you plug me in, I kill. What? If we go over here, I'm not going to start getting cocky. But when we're here, this is my world. You cannot beat me.
Okay.
You cannot. Nobody. I haven't heard that. I haven't seen Tim Dillon's really good. I cannot be beaten.
All right. Well, then we will turn it into a podcast.
Oh, you're going to see a fucking show.
There you go.
I just would like to be notified by him more than Jared. No offense to Jared. I love Jared.
Hey, wait.
But I'm like, you don't have senior the fucking
oh my
guests.
God.
We're going to maybe have Christian. I'm like, wait, maybe you could have fucking Christian on. I just kept thinking that they mean I'm packing all this up and I'm bringing it to Utah. And I was like, man, fuck you guys. I don't want to bring that. Okay? Fuck you. I just work here.
I do.
It does sound like
in situations like that, I do. I just work here.
It does sound like that. Yeah. They called you to say, hey, you're going to do a podcast at your
demo.
No,
it was like and everyone in this office is working their asses off to make this happen.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing every job. Like,
yeah.
It's chaos here.
Right.
We're here on a weekend, but on the weekdays, if I bring up anything that's outside of Vert Alert, people are like, okay.
All right. Okay. Gotcha.
They know they need to get it done, but at the same time, they're like, you want me to do something besides everything we're doing right now.
Right. Okay.
But
maybe that's why he doesn't have time to call me.
That little thing about us doing a podcast was like a side note in an email.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like
that I saw. And so I was like, oh, that can't be what I think it is.
Yeah.
And then the next meeting was like, yeah, well, maybe we could do that. It was never set in stone that we're doing it.
Okay.
But it sounds like we're probably doing it.
Oh, good day, mates. Jason Ellis talking about BetterHelp therapy, man. Like, if my body gets hurt, I got to go see somebody to help me rehabilitate my body so that it's in working order, so that I can be efficient by using because I like to use stuff. I like to jump and do stuff. And if I don't take care of my body, it won't do stuff that I want. Same with your brain, man. So why not get some therapy, and why not use the most convenient one, which is BetterHelp? Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Hawkwolf. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Hawkwolf. Why not give BetterHelp a try? Hey guys, Jason Ellis for Hawk vs. Wolf talking about Factor meal prep. When you're in a hurry and you're driving places, usually the Freeway offers you fast food. And if you eat fast food long enough, you will die early and unhealthy and miserable. Factor meal prep. They have every kind, if it's keto, if you're vegan, whatever it is. They have smoothies. They have, like tons of different things. And it's really fresh and it's very tasty. And it takes 2 minutes to heat up. And it's just too convenient not to give a try. And if you use our promo code, you get a giant discount. So why not do your body a favor and the show a favor and check out Factor. Head to factor75.com/wolf130 and use the code wolf130 to get $130 off across 6 boxes. That's code wolf130 at go.factor75.com/wolf130 for $130 off. Take care of your body and check out Factor. Thanks, guys, for sponsoring the show.
My email was, we're not contemplating it. It's like, this is what you're doing.
Didn't we do that at SiriusXM a couple times where they just put us in front of a live audience and we tried to do a show? Do you remember that?
Nah.
Remember we went to CES one time in Vegas. Consumer Electronics Show. Maybe it was when you weren't on the show anymore.
Yeah, probably.
And then there was a booth, SiriusXM booth, and whatever people were there, they just put, Jesse and I did it.
Okay.
So they put Jesse and me just on mics at a table to a random crowd that's like not even necessarily fans, just whoever happened to be mingling in the trade booth, in the trade show booth. And then we're like, okay, welcome to Demolition Radio. Hi.
They're a great organization.
How are you?
Always made me feel good about myself.
I was going to say, when you're talking about that you're going to be on the mic, giving disclaimers on my behalf. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did a demo once at the California State Fair in Sacramento.
Yeah.
They had Half Pipe Up. And so this was probably like 11, 12 years ago or something. I'm 40 something, maybe like 41, 42. Okay. Maybe. No, I don't even think I was that old. And the announcer, every time I dropped in, had to say how old I was and how much older I am than all the dudes. And I was like, can we just pull that back a little bit?
It's not time for that yet.
It's the only thing. Like, I get it. You can say that.
How old was the announcer?
Didn't matter. He wasn't skating.
Obviously doesn't skate or know skateboarders. Love those announcers.
I was like, dude, can we?
Yeah, can you not? Like one time is even kind of weird, but like every time you drop in?
Yeah, every time. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. So when you said I was like, oh no, you're going to do that every time I drop in.
No, I'm not. No, it's one time. No, I'm not that guy. One time I will say.
You can point it out when my leg.
I will say what I feel, dude, because I feel like what you're doing is amazing, and I will bring it up.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'll be like, Cab, on the other hand, no excuse. I obviously will not say that. But I want to try and do a 5, but I don't want to take anybody's time because I'm the announcer. So I told Tiger, I was like, I'll do a couple rides with the microphone, just do some grinds and a couple backstairs, like feel solid, keep announcing. And they'll be like, look, just like 4 max, just let me spin 4.
In the Legends.
Yeah.
I'll pull them. I'll be on the mic for that. I'll trade you,
All right. Awesome.
and I'll talk about how old you are.
Every time?
Every time.
Which is fine. Because I actually need all the help. Bring up injury, bring up.
Talk about the last time you did a 5.
Yeah.
Decades ago.
It was a decade. And then the one before that was a decade. So it doesn't help at all. Because that
Every
one
10
was
years.
not strong. That one was.
The one you made a
Yeah.
decade ago?
Yeah.
It was good.
No, it was. I'm saying the build to make it
Oh.
was really hard. Like I was not doing backstairs and I was like, and you're doing a 540 today.
Yeah.
And you're falling off on backstairs. This is a good day for you.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Yeah. I remember Ronnie
You
Feist and
brought
Twitch were
some
like,
randos here.
Jason
No, it was
Ellis
cool.
show. Jason Ellis
This
show.
is Jason Ellis show. So it was your 40th, right?
Yeah, yeah.
40th birthday. You had it here, and you were doing a show
In here.
in here,
Yeah.
but skating with the goal of doing a 540.
Yeah.
And all of his random collection of people that he had
Yeah. Fighters, moto dudes,
Yeah.
radio people.
curated over the years
Yep.
came
There-
here.
Yeah. Let's go see the old guy try 540.
And you did
Everyone-
it. You
Yeah.
did it.
That helped though. All those people being there, it's like you're not leaving without making it. You have to make it. And it just felt so wrong. Every time I'd spin one, I was like, you're gonna die.
Were you the only one skating at the end,
No,
right?
Probably at the end, but you
I
were there
skated, yeah.
because my old co-host, Raw Dog, lovely little dude, but he got drunk and he was talking to you and we could hear him because the microphone was connected to the
Yeah.
show. So he was out there like,
Oh, that's right. You were doing it with Lavs.
yeah. And
Yeah.
he was like, hey, Tony Hawk. And I was like, oh my God, dude, don't talk to Tony Hawk. But he did. And it made it very funny. Yeah, another crazy thing. That show went for hours because I couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
And we're still on the air. Like they just let me stay on the air. I don't know what kind of radio that was, but they didn't seem to mind.
Came through.
Yeah. So I would, I'm ready to accept whatever happens, but if it feels good,
Well,
I'm
I did
taking
feel
that.
like you were skating less leading up to that.
fuck yeah.
You were
Yeah.
not skating at all. Really.
I can do a backstay right now for sure.
Yes.
That day,
were-
not so much.
you came cold turkey.
Yeah.
For 540. You are much more in the groove now
Yeah.
than you were
I am
then.
10 years older.
Yeah.
But I still feel like the crowd.
Well, also you're 10 years older, but with a much better respect for your body.
Wow. Good
Right?
point. Yeah, because I I
'Cause
might
you
have
were-
been hungover.
You're cutting loose back then.
Yep. Sure.
There we go. We've established.
Yeah, I was like fat.
I didn't say fat. I just
That was
think,
when I was casually fat, like not real fat, but like bigger for me. And I was like, hey, man, I'm 40.
I
Like,
just think you were partaking in things that were not good for your health.
yeah, definitely.
Regularly.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty. Yep. Yeah. I don't.
Consistently.
Didn't miss a day.
That's it. Yeah.
Dedicated to my craft. I was.
So I just did a thing at Walmart here in Oceanside. They're doing an activation. So they're doing like we did this whole fingerboard line with Hot Wheels skate.
Yeah.
That has all these play sets and it's super cool. And they wanted to do an activation at Walmart, but there's this weird thing that when I do public appearances now, there's all these the eBay army comes in and the guy's trying to get signatures to sell stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to warn them. I'm like, look, you guys, I want to do this event and I want to meet the fans of this whole line of toys and whoever shows up. But these guys make it kind of impossible to have any sort of engagement with people there, with fans, with spectators. They make it impossible for you to get any really quality time because they will like send people in
To sign tons of shit.
Yeah, but send people like, hey kid, get this sign and I'll give you a bunch of stuff. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like they have all these techniques. It's such a bummer, but I had to warn them of that. And then they're like, all right, we'll just make it a surprise when you show up.
Oh,
So,
okay. So they don't,
I
no
came-
one's notified. So
No one knew I was coming. And then I came and Nitro Circus put up a mini ramp. Beaver Fleming was there, a couple of like mini ramp rippers. This kid, Jax, Jack Steff's this little kid. He went viral. He did a backside flip over a pyramid. He has a big afro and he got all excited. You've probably seen it. Anyway, he was there skating the main ramp, him and his older brother, Zion. And it was fun. It was super fun to just show up. And then they had a whole fingerboard set up, and this one dude had built 2 bowls from Del Mar out of concrete.
Yeah. What?
Like he made the Del Mar keyhole and the Kona bowl.
Yeah.
And the pink motel pool.
No way.
Yeah, for people to
Out of
fingerboard in.
concrete?
Well, out of, yeah.
But it was a concrete one.
Yeah, I mean.
Actual concrete.
Yeah, I think that felt like it, the material. Yeah.
People are ripping those these days, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody, I don't know if it was here, but somebody explained it to me. Yeah. They're like, you don't know? And I'm like, what do you mean I don't know? They're like, dude, it's a real sport.
Yeah.
I'm like, easy. And then someone showed me some line.
Oh, no, they had a competition and.
Competition.
One girl showed me she did kickflip crooks on a ledge.
A real one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A real one as opposed to what? Holding it and manipulating with the other fingers?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like your thumb helps flip it or something. That's what I would think.
Yeah,
I made
it
a
was
really stupid bet with my son yesterday, and I'm going to do it today.
He told me.
So my son skates. He's good, and he's knows a lot of stuff, and he wants an e-bike. He's got an e-bike at his mum's house, but he doesn't have one at my house. And he showed me these ones that have suspension. They're sick.
I saw it.
Yeah, and he's like, like I want one of those, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not just buying you an e-bike, dude. Like I ain't like that. And then somehow we talked about hospital flips, and I'm like, what's a hospital flip? And then he shows me. I'm like, meh. He's like, could you do that? I'm like, if I had to, sure. And he's like, I'll bet you can't. And I was like, sure, let's do it. What do you want to do? He's like, what about that bike? And I was like, that's a lot. So then I was like, if I make it, you have to make my wife and I breakfast in bed for a week. And he was
like, I didn't know it was a week. I thought it was just once.
Nah, it's a week.
Oh my.
He's going to set fire to the house for sure. But it's still, I want to do it. But I was like, hey.
Can you imagine the anxiety that you're feeling when you were laying in bed waiting?
Like, what's going on down there? The first one, I got to go down there.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Yeah, I can't let him cook bacon by himself. It sounds so dangerous.
But he told me, so when he came in, he told me that it was either a hospital flip or a Casper slide.
Oh, he didn't see. It wasn't a Casper slide. It was a Casper flip, is what I thought. Because I would never agree to a Casper slide. That's insane.
Oh, I think his interpretation of a Casper flip is that you're riding along, you do a half flip, land with one foot on the tail upside down, the other foot under it, and slide along, and then flop it back over.
No, just give him the bike.
That's reserved for a very select few skaters.
Yeah, no. Well, this trick in particular, whichever way you slice it, is impossible for me to make. But I just think that I'll just do 20 minutes of like, I am fucking making this thing go around.
Oh, I see.
And I'm going to make it. It's going to be a shit one, but I'm going to make it. Or I'm not going to make it, and then I'll have this. It's a pretty sick bike. Like, I don't mind how. Yeah, I'll ride it.
I was going to say, it feels very much like you're just going to buy the bike.
Yeah.
And that was the plan.
Maybe if I make it, I still might buy the bike.
You should make it and then have him cook you breakfast for a week.
Yeah.
And on the last morning,
have the bike
in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's genius. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All these things are
I've had a lot of kids, Jason.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. I'll do that. Yeah. First, I got to make this fucking thing. And I want to do a couple backstairs and spin fives. Every time I want to come down here, I want to spin some fives. See that landing. Be like, yeah, dude. For sure. Utah, fucking boom. Oh, fuck your cable aerial. Fucking what's up?
Oh, my God. Just so you know, so the demo ramp is up right now, and that
is it grippy or slippery?
Is grippy.
Yes. Love it, but that means that
just be warned that it's not going to be like that.
Utah's going to be slick,
Utah, right?
Which makes fives so much scarier,
right?
Can't mop it a little bit.
You can do what you want, but I'm just giving you the facts.
I know. I already I dropped in to meet the girls at the last one in Utah. I didn't because I hadn't been in skateboarding for so long. I didn't know any of these girls, and they're all ripping. And I was like, dude, go mingle with them. To get some people's names and so they don't feel weird about some loud Australian covered in tattoos yelling their name on the ramp. So I hung out with them. And when I dropped in, I was like, I was here 3 days ago. And then when I dropped in there, I was like, whoa, my board's wobbly. Like, I was like, oh, the heat. And then, the outside, the dust. And I was like, yeah, I'll do a couple rides and then I'll get out of here. But I just know how I am. I just know that like you guys ripping and pushing it, it's just going to make me go, if it was there, I'll make it. Because you guys are all making it, you know, like Christian's going to push it. You guys are going to push it. Like you're going to do stuff that
I'm gonna push what I have. Yeah.
But I'm clearly I'll be like, whoa, you're going for it. And that, you know how that works when you see, especially like I already described all the old guys when we skate together. It's different. We're way tougher now. And we don't need to say it. It's just like, we're skating. Yep. Fuck, dude, we're pretty sweet, right? Like, yeah, we're pretty sweet. I mean, Bucky's the only one that makes it feel like, because Bucky's still better than everybody on the planet.
And it's so easy for him.
And he's old, and it's like, shut up, Bucky. You know, but apart from that, everybody else, we are soldiers.
Yeah.
We're just like out there on this thing.
Oh, this is going to air after it. So
we're going so fast on this little thing. It's like wobbly and coping so slippery and shit. It's a scary place.
Why do you have to put it like that? It's all wobbly. My leg is wobbly. My chucks aren't wobbly.
I'm just Jesus. I don't even have the broken leg excuse. I'm just wobbly. Just old and don't skate.
I did the other day I was here and I did a rewind grind, like a super small one.
What's that? Fakie to fakie grind?
Yeah, you go fakie and then you go like backwards.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
But when I came down, I had not come down on fakie tricks with speed, and it felt like it felt like there was just a vice on my leg.
Pain?
Yeah, because because when you're going backwards, that's the leg you're using for speed.
Yeah.
Is what used to be your front leg.
And all of a sudden I was body.
Like, whoa, this is a totally different sensation than what I've been used to. It was crazy.
Man.
I basically did rewind grind and then just sort of splatted on the next wall with my hands.
Okay, now I know why.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, man, test yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though.
No, it was cool. It's fun. Actually, that's funny. I just thought about that, the rewind grind thing. I used to do it frontside a lot.
Yeah.
Like half cab version.
Yeah.
And I would do them like stalled on ramps too. Like come up, stall it, and then just bring it in.
Yeah.
Danger, right?
Yeah.
And we were on tour. This is kind of a complicated story. We were on tour. I think it was somewhere in like Connecticut, East Coast or something. This one of those dingy indoor skate parks, you know, just super dusty. They had what they considered a vert ramp, but the ceiling was low. So it was like maybe 8 feet.
Okay.
To vert, and I was doing that trick, but the coping was super big. So long story short, I tried to do the rewind thing and just got stuck and just went to my back on the flat.
Yeah.
And I remember looking around like there's only 20 people even watching us at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I went out the side exit.
I hate that feeling. What am I doing?
Yeah, like why am I killing myself?
Yeah.
Like I just I know why, but at the same time, it was so obvious in that moment. Like I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm not going to get up and try it again. No one cares.
Yeah.
And so I just went off the side exit and walked out of the park, and I saw a bowling alley across the street, and I just walked to the bowling alley and got a lane and started bowling.
No way.
Yeah. And then these two kids followed me, because they were like, let's go see what he's doing. So they followed me, and then they came in the bowling alley, and they're like, oh, hey, what's up? I was like, oh, hey, have a seat. You guys want some food? And so we ordered food, and then we were just like talking about skating and bowling. And this thing went viral recently where there was Reddit is?
Yeah.
There was a thing on Reddit was like, tell us your fun, like celebrity interaction, whatever. And this guy, one of those kids, laid out the whole story about that.
Yeah.
And that I saw him a few years ago and remembered the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember it because it was just, I was having a moment and I was just like over it. And these kids followed me, and then it was like, cool, let's just hang out.
Yeah.
But because I remembered it so vividly, it went viral on this Reddit thing. I don't know. I'm just telling you because it was, all this social media stuff swirls around. I get tagged in all kinds of random stuff, but that one kind of stood out, and it was cool because I remember it vividly. Just I was in such a bad place.
To the point where you left the demo and started bowling. Like that's somebody who's pissed right there.
Yeah, for sure. I was ordering beers.
Yeah.
And chicken fingers.
Soothe the soul.
I think the rest of the team found me.
You didn't even tell anybody?
I didn't tell anyone. I just went.
Disgusted at yourself.
Yeah, or just more like, I got to get away from the scene. Like, this is just dragging. I'm killing myself, and it's dragging me down. I got to get out of here. I remember, we used to have the Jones Soda RV back then.
Yeah.
And so I think those kids ended up going back to the skate park and telling people like, oh, Tony's across the street. And they're like, what? And then they all came in the RV and started bowling with me.
Nice.
That's my story.
It's a cute story.
Is it?
Yeah, because you still like made skateboarders' day by bowling. I went as my anniversary yesterday, so I took Katie to dinner at some restaurant she wanted to go to.
I gave no recollection of the name.
Nah.
Some restaurant you wanted to go to.
Yeah, because it's like a sunset that happens at a certain time and you're out on the, I don't know, it's in Hollywood. But then afterwards, or in the car, she mentioned that she bought tickets to a show. You don't have to go. I just bought tickets. I thought maybe you would want to because she knows that her music is fucking annoying.
Oh my God, stop.
So I go, yeah, of course I'd love to go, you know, anniversary. Of course I want to go. So after dinner, I'm pretty tired. Because it's dinner, you know, and I'm late. I'm 50. And I'm like, she's like, you want to go?
It's past 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Want to go to a show? And I was like, do I? Hell yeah, I want to go. Like, man. So then we go and it's like this weird, I don't know why, but I just had it in my mind that it was like a big show, you know, like it's big band and we're going to a show. And park in the parking lot in downtown LA. And then I walk around, it's like a bunch of kids, like real metally punk kids, you know, smoking weed and drinking, and somebody's throwing up in the alley, and I'm like, oh man, this is trashy as fuck. And then I go walking down the alleyway, and Katie goes, "Where you going?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm just walking down this alley because that's where you're going. She's like, it's in here, and it's just like this little door into this little cave room.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, cool, they're setting up, and I'm like, oh, no one's there, and they're setting up, and then they set up, and they go, you know, usually you don't do talk or, you know, but, you know, we're having some technical difficulties. And then, come on, everybody, move up to the front. And I'm like sitting in the back. I'm like, I don't want to move up to the front. You know, like fucking you go up to the front. Tell me what to do. So then I'm like kind of in the front, like there's a crowd in front. And then these guys start, they are so fucking loud.
Listen to you.
I just want to do this. But I know if I do that, I'm the old guy in the room that's like, my ears hurt. So
you're crossing over from Gen X to Boomer.
Yeah, I totally did. Wait.
What? So are you going to tell me who the band was?
No, I don't know the name of them. But I posted a photo and then, wait, I think Tiger's stuck outside. Yep.
Okay.
God.
You can go get him.
I don't know how he does that. Like I'm doing a show and
he went outside. It's not.
I know, but why shut the door?
Because he has respect for my office. All right, let's talk shit about him now. What band is he talking about? And his wife has good taste in music. For the record, she's goth, and there are good goth bands. Life is not all Metallica, Jason. What? Where? Are you going to the other door? I'm watching him zoom back. It's like I'm watching a cartoon right now. I'm watching him zoom back and forth. Oh, that door. Yeah, that door locks. We had to put a lock on that door because we had issues recently. You made it. I was defending your wife's taste in music.
Yeah. I'll bring him up.
I don't really care. It's okay. I just know she has good taste in music.
The Void trademark.
Sounds pretty goth. Sounds electronic. Were they electronic?
Cold God.
Are they electronic?
No, they're like metal.
Okay.
Weird metal. Messy with like a crying singer.
Okay.
With
You don't have to go
like,
into it. Oh my God.
He's like, "Whoa." I'm like, man, happy anniversary.
Talk about going out late. My daughter's doing a theater production right now.
He's doing a lot of that, huh?
Yeah. She came back from theater camp just ready to get into whatever. So we found this production. It's deep San Diego. And it goes till 9 and sometimes 10 on weekdays. Dude, I'm so old. Driving to go get her at 10 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like it's the middle of the night.
It is.
And then she'll be like, "Oh, we're all gonna go out to In-N-Out." I'm like, I'm heading that way. So hope you are done eating when I get there.
Yeah.
Because I can't just hang.
Yeah. I get that. I feel like stand up sometimes. I do stand up. I'm like standing by myself. And then I go up and I do my set. And then I get in my car and I drive. It's like midnight. I'm on the freeway by myself. And I'm like, what? It's kind of reminds me of like, when you hung up and slammed and went to a bowling alley.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I question myself. Or when it's bad. Granted, it hasn't happened maybe one time where I was like, that was not good. And then the person that came up was like, man, at least he's trying. I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
I told you, the guy was like, you got to give him, what is it?
A for effort.
A lot of courage to just talk about being gay, And I was like, that's not helping me at all. And then I get in the car and I leave and it's like midnight and I'm on the freeway by myself. And then somebody with a car the same as mine was like, hey, I got the same car. I'm like, I don't fucking care, asshole. What am I doing here? Stop doing that. If you got an M3 and it's the same color, so what? I'll be your fucking M3 buddy. Not in the gang, all right? Just want to go fast by myself. Leave me alone.
No camaraderie?
Nah, I don't feel it.
No honor among thieves.
I should, right? It just made me realize that.
I don't know.
Kind of negative
Sure.
towards. I can see it. They'll see me and they're like, oh, we'll catch up.
I mean, at some point, your interests and tastes convened with someone else. So why not celebrate that, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, but he got it because it's M3. I got it because it's the fastest car that has seats in the back for the kids. I didn't get it because it's a BMW.
Right.
I got it because I drove all the cars that I can afford that go fast. That's the fastest one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's just practicality.
Yeah, what I sometimes I have to utilize my car's speed especially with my daughter. Like she'll, for instance, she's gonna go to an escape room the other day and she's like, oh, we gotta be there. Okay. Like we gotta leave pretty soon. Well, we gotta pick up my friend. And I know which friend it is. I'm like, that's not on the way.
Yeah.
If we leave right now, you're gonna be late.
Yeah.
What? Like you can't just spring that on me.
Yeah, they can.
Like, yeah, they can.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way you just found that out right now.
No.
Like, well, no, he texted me. I forgot. I was like, all right, get in the car. We're going. I'm going to drive fast.
Yeah. Does your daughter hate you going fast or is it okay?
She wants to have a comfortable ride. She wants to be on her phone for the most part.
Yeah.
And what I needed to do was not allow that.
Right.
In this instance.
Got to hold on.
Yeah. Like we're into the third setting of the car now. Right?
The third setting.
Yeah. The one that warns you.
Yeah.
I only usually go in the second one, but the third one is like, you sure you want this? Like, I do. Yes.
And then you make it, right?
I was 4 minutes late.
All right.
But yes.
Yeah, I got screwed over today, man. Freaking whatever the camp penalty. I don't understand the traffic.
It took me, for driving to this Walmart north side should only take like 10, 15 minutes. It took me like 45 minutes.
Yeah, why is everybody so slow?
I don't know. On the weekends here is out of control.
It is, huh? It's just the weekends.
Weekends, yeah.
It's packed.
We sound like the Californians.
Dude, I can't even handle it.
You know, you guys should take the 5 up to the 91, maybe skirt around traffic on the 57.
That sounds so painful. I don't want to skip traffic. I just don't want to be in it.
It gets hectic.
Yeah, it does.
One time I was going to meet some friends downtown San Diego, which is on a good day is a half hour. During traffic
That's
is
a real good day.
like 45 to an hour. And I checked my phone just to see like, oh, I wonder if there's traffic right now. And it said 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's like 30 miles, 20 miles. And then I texted my friends, I was going to meet, I was like, you guys, it says it's 2.5. And then I look on the news, a plane landed on the freeway in Del Mar.
Yeah. That slows down a lot of stuff.
That really backs up traffic.
Yeah. I saw one of those today on TikTok. It's got to be weird landing a plane on the freeway. Some pressure there. Especially how bad people are driving. As soon as you land on the freeway, they're all going to crash into you. Because nobody can get out of the way of cars in front of them, let alone a plane landing in front of them.
I wonder, like, if you're the pilot, for whatever reason, you have to do that.
Yeah.
How are you looking for an opening?
Like if it's a lot of cars,
yeah,
you're gonna land on one.
You're gonna land on one. Like, just choose. I don't know.
If you land in the middle, maybe your wings won't kill the people in the cars.
I don't know. There's no good outcome.
Can you fly a small plane? Did you ever do that?
I have, yeah.
Got a pilot's license?
No. I flew one where they set you in it and then you can take control.
Yeah.
We did this one that was sort of like a dogfight type of thing.
Oh, in one of those
my friend
planes.
My friend Greg did it. Yeah.
So you like did like
like
turns and shit.
Like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, and this. So you're going like this, and then you go like this, and you do a rollo.
You did that.
Yeah.
That's badass.
But I mean, it was literally this much movement with
But
the
then
joystick.
you have to go counter, right, when you go all the way around.
Yeah, well, once you get around, you just straighten it. You
Right.
just got to make sure you watch the horizon.
Right.
I did that in an F-18 too once.
Shit.
That was full on. Dude, I went with the the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
And the dude that flew me.
Not the puppets. Thunderbirds are go. You remember that show?
Oh,
Thunderbirds.
yeah. No. They're
one of my friends moves his hands.
They're like
like
Blue
that.
Angels.
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, they're not puppets.
So I went with this one guy, and I'm pretty sure his mission was to get me a barf because he's like, because you got to do this. It's this maneuver called the hook maneuver. Where you go to try to keep the blood to your head so you don't pass out when they bank stuff because they're pulling 5 Gs sometimes more. And then you have a suit that when they pull the Gs, the suit constricts, it blows up so that it keeps your blood to your extremities.
Sick.
So at some point you start to get tunnel vision and you pass out. That's the thing, right? Yeah. I never got the tunnel vision, but then he was like, okay, he's not going to pass out. So then he just started going crazy. And at one point he's flying along the ground super close, right, in this desert area. And then swirling straight up like this.
Dude.
And then I could see the sun. The sun's just doing this. And then he did it. And I was like, oh, like that was crazy. I've never felt anything like that. And he's like, you all right? Yeah. Goes back, does it again. I was like,
he just wants you to quit.
Why are we doing this again?
Yeah.
Oh, because you want to make me puke.
Right. Okay.
And then he does it again. And then I was like, all right, I feel sick. I guess I'm done.
Yeah. Did he let you off, or did he go until
no,
you
that was it.
vomited?
He was like, oh, we're good now. Like, yeah, I guess we're good. Good job. I feel like shit now.
Yeah, I get it.
But it was amazing.
It's a funny
he
story
did
to
give me
tell.
control a couple times. And
That's
it's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got
where's
millions of dollars of machinery in your hand.
Where's the gas pedal?
He has it.
Oh, okay.
But I can control the movements.
Okay.
But you do have an eject button. Like
you could eject yourself.
You could eject yourself, yeah.
I don't want to do that.
No.
Even if
they
like,
give you very stern warnings.
Don't pull that?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you because you got to do a lot of training to be able to go in it.
Oh, just to be a passenger, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you got to go through all these not classes, but a lot of
bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah,
no.
A lot of.
They just got to make sure that they've covered all the bases. You're not liable. But the one thing is, like, if you pull this, like, the top will pop up, and you both will be ejected into the sky.
It ejects both of them.
Yeah.
So it wrecks the plane.
Yep.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to pull that.
No.
Yeah.
But the power is in your hands.
Right. Isn't that weird? Just
yeah,
that you
it
know
is
that?
weird. It's weird to know that.
You just eject all of this right now.
Just wreck everything.
I love that it's tempting.
When Andy, when the, I think it was the Navy or the Marines sponsored X Games a long time ago, they offered Andy and I to fly in their jets, but they wanted to put us through the hardcore training just so they have it on video.
Yeah.
And we had to do this thing where when an aircraft lands in the water or a helicopter,
Yeah.
it immediately rolls, it goes upside down.
Yeah.
And that's always a big issue with people trying to escape because they don't realize they're upside down because it's just chaos.
Yeah.
And then you got to try to figure out how to get out through the windows or through the exit. There's a whole
You
thing.
got to practice that.
We had to do it blindfolded. It was super gnarly.
Yeah. Underwater blindfolded.
Underwater
With a
blindfolded.
seatbelt.
Yes.
Got to unlock it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you get away with that now.
Just giving people that course.
Yeah, just some pedestrian, some civilian, like, hey, you're going to be blindfolded and go underwater in this death trap and you got to get out.
Did at any point you feel like you couldn't get the seatbelt out and you couldn't get out?
No, I was really close to the window, but I kept missing it. Just like I kept hitting it. I was wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
So I kept hitting. I was like, what the? Like, why can't I get out? And then finally,
Are you
I saw it
underwater
open.
at that
Underwater, yeah.
Fuck that.
So Andy, I'll never forget it because they said, well, why are you blindfolded? Like, well,
Yeah.
because sometimes you crash in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah.
also one guy kind of broke it down, the reality of it. He goes, look, we're going out to this one area where we fly. There is literally a small patch of water, like one man-made lake on the way there. We're not landing in water.
Right.
It's not going to happen. They're just
Right.
doing this for show.
Right.
But they put you in this chassis, helicopter chassis, above a pool. Then they drop it,
Yeah.
and then it rolls under, and you're supposed to wait for it to fill with water and roll
Yeah.
upside down. Then get out of your seatbelt. Then find the window exit.
Yeah.
And
That sounds fun.
Andy said, but they did have two guys monitoring us.
Right. So if you're drowning, they'll get you out.
Yeah. But Andy said as soon as it hit the water, he took the blindfold off. I didn't even know that.
He cheated.
He was not stoked on it.
Oh, okay.
He was not. He was just like, this is not. I think he has fears of stuff like that. He's just like,
Oh, yeah. Then that would
This is
make
not
that
okay.
difficult.
I was like, you took the blind. If I had known you did that, I would have done it too, for sure.
Nuh-uh.
No.
You did the real deal. I feel like in racing, if the car catches on fire, there's like they teach you at the very start, like how to take your 5-point harness off and how to pull the window because there's like a mesh thing and there's like a little cable, like you've got to pull this little cord to open that. It's not hard, but when you're on fire or there's a lot of smoke in the car, you get panicky and you jump, your fingers jump a little bit. But I've been on fire before where the person's like, you're on fire, get out of the car. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. But it's the skateboard thing, like where it's like, I go take your seatbelt off. Like
Right.
if you don't take your seatbelt off,
Yep.
you're not going to get out. So it's like, what, even if I was on fire, because I've had it where I can't see fire yet, but I can't see me because there's so much smoke in the car. I'm like, when do I start feeling like I got a hot ass or something? Like, like there's a little bit of that in me where I'm like, fuck, man, how long before my legs get hot? And then I got
This ain't
out.
no good. I'm on fire.
Yeah. But one time for a commercial for Can-Am out in the desert, they were like, I'd already been driving, doing stunts and stuff. And they're like, who wants to just do the donut around the campfire? And it was like models around the campfire pretending to be youthful and hip while I did a burnout around the car, around the fire. And they go, your wife can be in the car if you want. I'm like, yeah, get in, Katie. It'll be funny. And Katie's been in a big car accident when she was younger and she doesn't like when cars crash. It's totally understandable.
Yes.
And I was like, I've got this, relax. So I'm doing burnouts, hey, we're all laughing. And like one of the ruts that I'd made from going around, my wheel just caught it and tipped the car over.
Oh.
So the car tips over and I go, you okay? You're okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, it's not bad. We're just upside down. They'll roll us over, so don't panic. And as I say that, I see gasoline drip down the frame to the ground. and the fire is
Oh
like,
my God.
it's like 10 feet away. But I see that and I go, okay, so let's get her out of here. You know what I mean? And I'm like, she's like,
Yeah.
it's fun. I'm like, it's fun. Like, but I'm just like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of the car right now. Like it didn't happen, but
Impending
just
doom.
for a second where she's like,
Yeah.
hey, look, baby, I'm not scared that you
Yeah,
crashed the
yeah.
car. I was like, good for you. And then I see, and I'm like, but we should get out.
Yeah.
We should get out right now.
It's like Colin said. He's like, yeah, this is all safe. It's a tour. This is ESPN. We got this. It's like, no, dude, this is real.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when we did that thing in the water.
Yeah.
They also made us swim across this Olympic-sized swimming pool with this gigantic parachute opened behind us to know what it's like is if
to drag a parachute.
Yeah, if you were to have ejected and land in the water, how to swim.
Can you get that off?
No.
So
We had to swim to the edge. Well, I mean, you could, I guess, but they wanted us to know what it's like.
yeah.
And
How bad was that?
It was rough.
Wow, they told you
It was rough.
to.
We went in a hypoxic chamber
What's that?
where they pull the atmosphere like as if you're in the clouds without oxygen,
Yeah.
so that you know what it's like if you're up in the air and you lose pressure.
Are
Cabin
you
pressure.
high or are you unconscious?
No, what happens is you don't realize it's happening. So when you start going hypoxic, you don't really realize it, but your muscles start to twitch. So they made us play patty cake until we couldn't do it because we couldn't think clearly. And your hands are doing this.
Whoa.
It's wild.
Is that good for you?
I don't think it's good for you.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah. But they want you to know, like, I guess the whole thing is they want you to recognize the effects of hypoxia so that if you are starting to go hypoxic, you recognize it and then you descend.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole
That's a good idea.
basis of it. Not that we're even pilots,
Mhm.
but they wanted to show us. But the chamber, as they repressurize it, like your stomach is in knots and just full of gas, and the whole thing just becomes a fart tank.
So you guys are just cranking them.
Oh, we were in with a bunch of other dudes.
Oh, no.
And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, dude, we gotta get out of here.
Oh, man.
I'll never forget the camera guys coming in when they opened it, like, how was it? Oh.
Wow. That just ruined the whole thing for me. Oh, because when you're up there and then the pressure,
Yeah.
you die.
You just like, yeah,
Wow. From no oxygen.
you just slip away. What's that?
From no oxygen, right?
Right.
Right.
Thin oxygen.
Right. Not enough to
Yeah.
keep pumping the brain.
Yeah. Sorry to bring it down on this one.
Yeah, no, that was a real bummer, Tony. Good for you. Oh man, I don't want to try. I don't want to do a hospital flip at all right now. That's why I think I can just do it in like 3 tries. I've been thinking about it in the car the whole time. I was like, you do half a kickflip, and then you just flick it over with your
Flop
toe.
it over, yeah. Did he just hear you say that through the walls?
Did you hear me?
Come in here.
Come here. He was a co-host on my solo show for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
And people were messaging saying, when is Hawk versus Tiger coming out? And I was like, it's a good name.
It just came out.
Come over here.
Tell us the challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is he
So-
capable?
No, he's not capable. He's not capable. It's not going to happen. I think it was very stupid and childish that you made the bet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't candy coat it.
It's a fair it's a fair judgment. But what if I make it? Will you be devastated?
He's not going to make it. I don't
Would
think.
you have made the same bet when he was trying impossibles or if he proclaimed impossibles back then? Like, you didn't think you could do that, right?
Did you think I could do that?
I thought he could do it because I saw him almost landing it a couple of times
Oh,
at the
okay.
barracks. So I probably wouldn't have made the bet then. But if it took him that long to get an impossible, there's no way he's going to get a hospital flip. So that's my hypothesis.
It's less flipping.
It is less flipping.
Yeah, but it's more tricky. It's more tricky. You just won't.
What breakfast will you be making? Like what will my breakfast consist of if I make it? Just so everyone knows, he'll be making breakfast for me and my wife for a week
A week.
if I make this right now. And what will be the breakfast? Like, what will we be looking forward to eating?
Bacon and eggs.
Every day?
Yeah, every day for a week.
How do you make eggs?
Simple. Crack them open,
Yeah.
scramble them and shit,
Can you not cuss?
and shoot. And then you
Scramble
got
them
your scrambled eggs
in what?
in a pan.
Okay.
See,
You putting anything in the pan before you put the eggs in?
can't tell you my secrets. I have a secret ingredient.
Ooh.
You're not going to spit in them, are you? Katie's going to eat it too, so you can't do that.
Like,
How do you make bacon? How do you make bacon?
simple. You grab out of the packet and you put vegetable oil on the pan, okay?
Yeah.
And then you turn it up, and when it looks like the bacon is ready, you take it off.
I like my bacon extra crispy, okay?
Oh, then I'll burn it.
Thank you. What happens if some of the oil jumps out and bites your hands? Will you need assistance? Will you need medical attention?
No, just take it like champ.
Right. It's my son, ladies and gentlemen. Take it like a champ.
I wonder where he learned that.
Yeah.
All right,
buddy.
Thanks,
We'll
Tiger.
be ready to. I kind of want more footage of your face when I make the hospital flip because you're going to
I'm
be
not. You know what?
devastated.
I'm on the fence. I feel like it's possible.
Thanks, Tony.
I want to see footage of your face when you spend $4,500 on
Ooh, $4,500.
It's 40.
Can he use it?
Oh, I'm using it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
All right. Good luck.
He see this is my hospital face. I can just do it. I can just do it, man. I can just do it. Like you can do it.
I feel like there's ways not to cheat it, but I feel like there's ways to do hospital flips that aren't completely flopped over and it'll still count.
Oh, if it goes half a flip
Even
and,
like a quarter.
and I yank it back over,
Yeah.
it is fully counted.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? No, it doesn't. It's going to be a hospital flip.
You might be going to the hospital.
Don't say that. It's seriously 50-50. Because if I commit, I can't. That's the thing even when I was in my prime, if I commit and it's wrong, I don't get out of things very well.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
All right, everybody, get ready for my footage on Instagram showing me doing a hospital flip. That's what the kids do, you guys.
Like and wager. See ya.